Great job. And we love your backyard weather reports. Keep them coming. And don't forget, backyard weather is your hashtag as well as share your weather. Hi, everybody. Christina-Laia along with you. Now, let's get into these details here in the Atlantic. We're still dealing with a little bit of that lingering rain and snowfall over southern parts of Newfoundland. However, this looks like it's just going to be a prelude of things to come because although Sunday is going to be a beautiful day with some sunshine, nicest day of the long weekend, in comes in that Colorado low. And boy, is it going to be a soaker. This is really going to be bringing us a lot of rainfall for the Maritimes on Monday, and then it's going to be making its way into Newfoundland for Tuesday. No snow in the forecast. Looks like it's going to be a full rain event. However, with this event, it looks like the Maritimes are really going to be going through a little bit of a temperature surge. As we can see here, temperatures are going to feel a lot more mild in the Maritimes Sunday into Monday as we are dealing with that Colorado low. Looks like Newfoundland, though, will be right at seasonal. Let's take a peek into the Colorado low that's starting off here in Ontario. Here is our Saturday evening and into our Sunday. Again, another prelude for us as we are going to be dealing with some of those lingering showers. However, Sunday evening into your Monday, this is really where this event is really going to start taking some widespread play here. Over northeastern Ontario, we are talking an abundance of snowfall in some areas. Between 30 and 40 centimeters of snowfall is what we could be seeing for southern Ontario. It looks like it's going to be more of a rain event as we can see here. And again, through Sault Ste. Marie and Timmins, we are also looking at the possibility of that mixture. So it definitely has that possibility to get messy. Along with that, we are also dealing with several special weather statements for snowfall and for also a gusty system. In some areas in southern Ontario, we could be dealing with wind gusts up to 100 kilometers an hour right here by the regions where we have some lakes. Let's take a peek here through that rainfall. Niagara region between Niagara Falls and Toronto between 20 and 30 millimeters of that snowfall. Like I mentioned, between Sault Ste. Marie and Timmins, it could be a messy mix. Let's take a peek here into the prairies. Like they saw about 8 to 11 centimeters of snowfall. However, that has departed, and the real story in the prairies is really going to be about those diving temperatures. It is going to feel about 10 to 15 degrees colder within the next few days, but the silver lining, well, by the end of the week, it is going to warm up a bit, similar to the West Coast.
Eggert Jr. and Fred Hayes Jr. were launched into space for a lunar landing.
And a happy anniversary to that Apollo 13 mission. Hi, everybody. Christina-Laia along with you. Let's take a peek here on the West Coast, where that ridge has certainly been put in place and really protecting the province of British Columbia. So we are going to enjoy some dry conditions and some sunshine for the week ahead. In the prairies we go, where Calgary saw a little bit more snowfall than anticipated, about 5 to 11 centimeters. However, that system has departed, and the story in the prairies is really going to be about those diving temperatures. It is time to bundle up because it is going to feel about 10 to 15 degrees colder than seasonal. However, the silver lining is that that is not going to last. By the end of the week, temperatures should be back to just about seasonal. In Ontario, we are anticipating that Colorado low for our Sunday into our Monday. However, we may be dealing with some lingering showers for our Sunday throughout the day. Sunday evening into our Monday is really where this widespread snowfall is going to begin in northeastern Ontario. We are also going to be dealing with some rain in southern Ontario. Let's take a closer look into those details here. Here is that snow event really moving between Sault Ste. Marie into Timmins. It is going to be quite messy there, where we also may be dealing with that mixture of rain and snow. Into the rain details here between Toronto and Niagara, between 20 and 30 millimeters of that rainfall. Again, through Sault Ste. Marie up to Timmins. Again, we may be dealing with that mixture. Now, Environment Canada has issued several special weather statements as this is going to be a gusty system. And again, for northeastern Ontario, we may be seeing snowfall between 40 and 50 centimeters of snowfall right here between Wawa and Kapuskasing as well. Now into the Atlantic we go, where this system is certainly going to be making its way over. Now the good news is that Sunday is going to be full of sunshine for the Atlantic. Looks like that's going to be the loveliest day of the long weekend. However, moving into Monday, it looks like it's going to be quite the soaker as that system makes its way into the Maritimes and then eventually into Newfoundland for Tuesday. Now once again, this is going to be a rain event, not a snow event for the Atlantic. On the back end of this, well, it looks like we're going to be dealing with a temperature surge through the Maritimes. So better temperatures through the Maritimes, but seasonal in Newfoundland. Some great info there on wearing masks, and I'm all for the DIY mask. Why not? Hi everybody, Christina-Laia along with you. Now on the West Coast, we are certainly dealing with some sunshine and above seasonal temperatures. That's for the province of British Columbia. However, for the prairies, we're going to be dealing with some frigid temperatures as temperatures are dropping about 10 to 15 degrees within the next few days. However, there is a silver lining to this, because by the end of the week, it looks like temperatures will be back to seasonal. In Ontario, here comes that Colorado low we have been anticipating. Boy, are we looking at a late winter storm for northeastern Ontario with some widespread snowfall, even areas between Wawa and Kapuskasing receiving about 40 to 50 centimeters of snowfall. Southern Ontario, it's really about that rainfall as well as that gusty system. Here's a closer peek at that Toronto to Niagara Falls, about 20 to 30 millimeters of that rainfall, and towards Sault Ste. Marie, about 30 to 40 millimeters of that rainfall. And by the way, by Sault Ste. Marie towards Timmins, it could be a really messy system about that rain and mix of snow. Here's a closer look at that snow graphic. Get ready for some widespread snowfall in North Ontario. Let's keep that gratitude coming. Hi everybody, Christina-Laia along with you. Let's take a look here into the Atlantic, still dealing with a little bit of that lingering rain and snowfall as that low pressure system's really hovering over Newfoundland. A little bit of a prelude of things to come, even though Easter Sunday is going to be the nicest day of the long weekend. Monday, here comes that Colorado low that's going to be quite the soaker for the Maritimes, and then Tuesday it's going to be making its way over to Newfoundland. However, along with this system, some interesting news. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a temperature surge throughout the Maritimes. So nicer temperatures for the Maritimes. It looks like Newfoundland's going to be right at seasonal. A closer look here into that Colorado low that's going to be bringing us some widespread snowfall and rainfall throughout Ontario. Here it comes. Sunday, though, we are going to be dealing with some showers off and on, but Sunday evening into our Monday, this is really where we're going to be seeing that widespread snowfall. Let's take a closer look here right over northeastern Ontario it comes. And here in southern Ontario, it's really going to be about that rainfall. Let's take a closer look at the accumulations in just a moment. But first, Environment Canada has issued several special weather statements regarding the snowfall we're looking at in northeastern Ontario, right here between Wawa and Kapuskasing. We are looking at the possibility of between 40 and 50 centimeters of snowfall, as well as quite a gusty system here in southern Ontario by the Greater Lake regions. We could be looking at gusty winds up to 100 kilometers per hour. And as far as that rainfall goes through the Niagara region, about 20 to 30 millimeters, and through Sault Ste. Marie between 30 and 40. Attention animal lovers from around the world, it's time to press pause and record. I want to feature your pets and favorite neighborhood animals from around the world right here on the Weather Network, Sunday evenings on a brand new animal segment. Here's how we're going to do it. You're going to upload your videos right here, and I'm going to feature them across Canada on the Weather Network. Thanks so much for that, Jacqueline. Now that sounded gusty, perhaps some foreshadowing. You got to stick around because I'm going to give you those details. On the West Coast, though, that's not the case, as we are certainly enjoying some sunshine and dry conditions. Now into the prairies we go, and that's not the case there either. It looks like it's going to be about 10 to 15 degrees colder than seasonal, but by the end of the week, it looks like we'll be back at seasonal. Now, as far as the gusty system that's on its way, it certainly is. Here comes that Colorado low Sunday into our Monday in Ontario. We're looking at some widespread snowfall in northeastern Ontario and some widespread rainfall in southern Ontario. Let's take a closer look here at that rainfall between Toronto and Niagara Falls. We're anticipating about 20 to 30 millimeters of that rainfall, and around Sault Ste. Marie about 30 to 40 millimeters. Now, from Sault Ste. Marie up to Timmins, it looks like it could get quite messy. We could be dealing with that rain and snow mix. Now, as far as that snowfall goes around Wawa and Kapuskasing, well, it looks like we could be anticipating about 40 to 50 centimeters of snow. Wow, it looks like a late winter storm, little bit of a temperature surge, but then temperature is back to normal. As we anticipate that Colorado low, going to get to those details in just a moment. Hi everybody, Christina-Laia along with you for this long weekend on the West Coast. We are certainly enjoying some beautiful conditions, above seasonal sunshine and dry conditions as this region is in place and really protecting the province of British Columbia. In the prairies, it looks like a high pressure system is also coming into play here. We've seen the last of the snowfall in Alberta for this week clipper. However, the story here is really about those diving temperatures, because in the next few days, it's going to be about 10 to 15 degrees below seasonal. However, there is a silver lining, because looks like by the end of the week, temperatures will be pretty much back at seasonal. In Ontario, like I was mentioning from that video in Hamilton, it's the calm before the storm. We are going to be dealing with a few lingering showers for our Easter Sunday. However, the real storm is going to be coming Sunday evening into our Monday. That's that Colorado low we have been anticipating. Let's take a closer peek at what we can expect here. Widespread snowfall in northeastern Ontario, and it's really about that rainfall and gusty winds for southern Ontario. Let's take a closer look here at that rainfall accumulation. We're looking at about 20 to 30 millimeters of that rainfall between Toronto and Niagara Falls, and certainly gusty winds in the lake shores. Now, Sault Ste. Marie, we're looking at about 20 to 30 millimeters of that rain, and towards Timmins, it looks like it's going to be a rain and snow mix. Here's a closer look at that snowfall. Again, northeastern Ontario, really between Wawa and Kapuskasing is really where we may be seeing upwards to 40 and even 50 centimeters of that snowfall. Looks like it's a late winter storm that's on its way. On the upswing, though, it looks like we're going to have a bit of a temperature surge before temperatures go back to normal. Well, as I mentioned, it is long weekend, Easter long weekend. Thinking about adopting a rabbit as a pet? Think again.